Hello, guys. How are you doing? Hope your week has been splendid and hope all has been going as planned. Parents, special greetings to you. How have you been? And how is resumption plans going also? So recently I went to the store and I saw the prices of outer wears, inner wears. I mean necessities for children, and I had to go back home. Like I need to compare prices, maybe online, and see the ones that is actually better. So let me quickly chip this in for those that are not married. Please do not rush into marriage. Like these are the real issues. Getting things for school, like diapers, like different things. You just feel, oh, I love this person, is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Aside that, there are other real issues out there. So just to our topic for today, which is about weaning a baby. So story. So while we were still at the hospital, I had help from the nurses when I wanted to breastfeed my baby. So especially at midnight, I would call them that, oh, okay, I need help, and when she's crying, so that they helped then. So it was time for us to leave the hospital and go back home. So I had thoughts of, okay, how am I going to go about this? Like, what am I going to do as a first time mom? But glory to God, everything went well. Fast forward to 1 year. So it was a year, and we're thinking, okay, when should we stop breastfeeding? So I actually had plans on stopping, I think, a year and 2 months. But after 2 months, I wasn't just ready to stop, and my mom was like, okay, let's take it to a year and 3 months. Like I should still breastfeed my baby for a year and 3 months, like for, first grandchild, and their grandparents, they're like, take care of my baby. So because I wasn't ready, so I had no choice, I easily agreed to what she said. Then it was 3 months, and she was like, okay, now it's time to stop. But I wasn't still ready to stop. So one way or the other, we still went till 4 months. Yes. And okay, now I felt it's time for us to stop, and I had discussions with my husband. We had to look at the things that we needed to do, and also because she started going to the kindergarten, so she needed to also stop breastfeeding, and it would also actually help her like grow and do some other things, and also eat other meals, especially because she wasn't even taking other milks aside breast milk. So we thought about all this, and we felt, oh yes, it's a good time to stop. And I had to discuss with myself. I had to talk, like make myself feel good that yes, I need to prepare myself, that emotionally, physically, like I need to prepare myself that, oh, I need to also do this to help myself and to help my daughter. And yes, now I'm ready. It was time to stop. Okay. And so the first thing that we did was, one, we planned, like I said earlier, you need to discuss, you need to talk about, oh, why, like when, why, and like you need to place the reasons there out there. Don't just think, oh, it's time for me to stop. Like, why exactly do you want to stop? Do you want to stop because people have been saying, oh, it's time for you to stop breastfeeding your child? Like, what if your child still needs breast milk at that time? So you need to know the reasons why you are stopping them. So after our discussions, we had to plan. So when was the best time to stop? The best time for us to stop was the weekend. Yes, so we planned that, okay, weekend we're going to stop breastfeeding. And then came the weekend. And so 7 p.m, bedtime knocking. And so we were like, okay, we had different options. So that is number two. You need options like yogurt, milk, like the things that you would give to your child and your child eats during the day. So you need to have these options at home. Don't just feel that you won't have options at home and then you give your child just tea, and if your child doesn't take tea, then let her cry or let him cry and it will get better. Like, have options, give your child different options and see how it goes. So we started giving her this options like this, like, would you like to have this, replace different things, and she wasn't having any of this. She kept on crying. And before you knew it, boom, the breast was out there and she started breastfeeding again. So the weekend was gone and we had to cancel that weekend. Yeah, so we had to start again. So the following week, then we had to re-strategize that, okay, it's time to stop. Like, yes, she's going to cry, yes, the tears are going to come, but it's part of winning. It's part of the winning process. And that's one thing that I would like us to note, that winning should be on your own accord when you are ready. Remember, my mom said, okay, it's time to stop, but I wasn't ready to stop then. Like, emotionally, I wasn't ready. But I had to talk to myself. I had to do some things. I had to read, and I also had to discuss with my husband that, okay, this, that is how I'm feeling, and we had to just, like, discussions out. So I got ready. So that's it. You have to do this on your own accord when you are ready. So it was actually very easy. When she wanted to sleep, I kept her on my back after eating dinner and she slept, okay? And then it was in the midnight. So this is point number 3. Mommies, you have to sleep in another space. Try not to sleep beside your baby that night or for the next few nights. And she woke up and her dad was the one who attended to her. He sang, she cried, she rejected the tea. Yes, she rejected the things that we offered. So she was crying. And after a while, she actually took the tea and she slept back. Yeah, she cried. Like, it wasn't easy. It wasn't as if she just accepted it. She cried, but she still accepted the tea and she slept. And the first night, oof. And then came the second day. So the second day was even more. Like, she cried more at midnight for the second day, like the second day of winning. She cried more. So, but we're not giving up. We've started this, we need to continue. So yes. So we did that the second day, and the third day it was better. And like that, she started taking tea in the night when she cried, in the midnight when she cried. So she was taking tea, and before we knew it, we're no longer breastfeeding and we're no longer eating in the midnight. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, so that's it. So that was how we stopped breastfeeding. So that was how I weaned my baby. So would I say it's easy? Would I say it went smoothly? Would I say that, oh, you're going to have it all rosy? No. Like, I felt pains, yes. So aside her crying, aside they trying to give her food, I also had my own pain as a mother. Like, emotionally seeing her cry, seeing her wanting something that I could easily give her. So this made me feel bad. And also, but on the brighter note, I thought that it's for the best. Like, it's also growing. And my husband was super supportive. Imagine if you're just marrying for, oh, he loves me, I love him, he has money, he does this, does that, and like, there's no care, there's no affection, there's no help. Like, your husband gives you money, he gives you, when you're asking for dollars, he gives you dollars, you're asking for pounds, he gives you pounds. And in the midnight, your child is crying and there's no form of empathy from your husband. It's totally wrong. So you need to also consider some of these things. You need to consider what would help your child, what will help you later in the future. It's not just about now, but in the future, someone who is going to be good to you and also your children. So for mothers out there thinking, when should I wean my child? When should I do this or when should I do that? Like I said earlier on, do it at your own time. Although not too long, because the longer it takes, the harder it gets. Like, you get more attached to them and they also get more attached to breastfeeding. And one of the reasons why I stopped breastfeeding again was that my daughter started talking, and when she wants breast milk, she's like, mom. So I'm like, okay, let's stop this before I start getting mom breast, because I didn't want that. You need to get yourself ready. Like I've mentioned earlier, you need to plan. And if the first plan failed, re-strategize, and don't forget to have options at home. Like, get options at home. And you also need help. You need help, immediate help from your husband and also from those around you. Another way of winning a child is taking the child to someone else's home. I also got that option from someone to help me win my child, but I wasn't just like, if you have other tips on how to win a baby, we can talk about that in the comment section. Yes. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and also share with your friends. You know, there are lots of new mothers out there that need to know how to win their baby. That's what we're having today. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.